These are the stallions that are going to be taking us across Europe, 2 weeks in total, across 8 countries. The Yamaha MT-09 Tracer, named Blue and Stealthy. Probably about an hour's worth of preparing and packing and wiring up and stuff. I know I look really different now. My turban's all like squished in my helmet and my beard's all tied up and stuff so I don't get caught up. But yeah, Money's there, so I say hi, Money. And then so we've just got her on Stealthy. I'm on Blue. And we are now literally about to set off. What time is it now? It is 8 o'clock. We are now setting off to go to Kent.
After months of planning, it was finally here. The chance to experience the gorgeous Yamaha MT-09 Tracers for what they were made for. And the dream to tour just a fraction of the amazing continent of Europe. Over 4,000 kilometers, 9 countries, and plenty of arguments over whose backside hurts the most, we had finally begun our European tour.
We start the journey from God's County to the Garden of England, setting off a lot later than planned. Traffic wasn't going to be an issue at this time of day, but we had other things to worry about. With the sun setting rapidly and time against us, we had to eat up the miles and get to Kent as soon as we could.
At Watford Gap Services having some snacks and filling up. It is quite late. We're going to be getting to Manjeet's mum and dad's house about midnight, just after midnight. Ideally we wanted to set off a lot earlier than we did, but we couldn't envisage the amount of planning and all this sort of stuff and packing away, and basically we was just working the whole day and then just coming home to get ready to set off. We are having a little break and we are then going to continue the journey. It's 1:15 on Saturday morning. We literally just arrived here at Gravesend. You can see the bikes. We just parked them in Manjeet's mum and dad's garage. And we're just going to get some sleep before we catch the ferry later on today.
After a short rest and Nam's thorough ear picking, we depart from my parents' house and head to fill up.
Saturday the 27th, 9:27. We have just left Manjeet's mum and dad's house. We've just filled up. We're at a petrol station, as you can tell. We are now on our way to Dover.
We're just over an hour's ride ahead of us. The heavens decided to open, so we slipped on our waterproofs to then make our way to Dover.
It is 10:56. We have arrived at Dover. There is so much traffic at the moment, it's unbelievable. Bikers as well, going to Europe on the ferry. So we'll be now waiting for a little while before we board the ferry.
After arriving at Dover and queuing for nearly an hour, we got our boarding passes and wiggled our way to the front of the queue.
Now, boarding the ferry, we were led to our parking spots, being cautious of the slippery floor. Once parked up, we secured the bikes down with anchor straps.
Got onto the ferry at Dover. We are on board. I don't know if you can see the view actually from here. That is Dover. We are on the water on the ferry at the moment. I'm so excited for this trip. You do not understand how exciting such a big trip is. Like going around Europe on the motorbike, and especially if it's like your first ever big trip as well. On our way to Dunkirk, ETA maybe 2 hours, so maybe get there about half two, something like that. But yeah, we are now officially moving. We have now left the dock. We are just making our way up to the channel. Just got out of the ferry right now. We've just been faffing and getting ready and stuff, but everybody else is pretty much gone now. The ferry's just there, we've just departed. There's nobody around now. We're now making our way to Amsterdam. We're going to probably be filling up on the way there. So now, first leg of the journey, let's get to Amsterdam.
Having left Dunkirk, we headed northeast, straight up towards Belgium, ready for our first pit stop for fuel.
Having stopped again for some rest, we refueled our bodies along with some much needed snacks. We set our sights on the last leg of the journey to Amsterdam, where we would be eating our first hot meal in Europe. We arrived in Amsterdam. We quickly scoured the maze of streets for some parking before the restaurants closed. Luckily, Amsterdam's footpaths were ideal for two-wheeled machines.
Amsterdam, and we've just finished eating here at the Golden Temple restaurant here in Amsterdam. The food was actually quite nice, though a little bit on the expensive side. But yeah, overall it's really nice and good atmosphere in there actually. So yeah, if anyone's in Amsterdam, come check it out.
Because of the astronomical hotel prices in Amsterdam, we travelled east to our first hotel in Amersfoort, a small town just 45 minutes away. After travelling over 350 miles through 3 countries, a warm shower and a comfy bed concluded day 1.
Let's go in and sort our room keys and stuff out first.
On the next episode, we fill up at another petrol station. I forget something. We get bugs on our cameras and get trapped in by a van. I see beautiful views like this. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to put on your notifications for the next episode, because the trip just got started.